Oh, look, Half-Life 2 in 6 years. Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Neon City Daily Podcast. I am Jamiculus.
I'm Nick.
I'm Josh.
And I'm still Davius.
And wow, we've got a lot to talk about today.
Yep, I played games.
What did you play, Josh?
Pretty happy about it. Mostly what I played last week.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You added
Other
something
than
this week.
Siege.
Yeah.
Yeah, been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
And back into it.
You got the season pass for it, which
Yep.
is...
So I had 99 hours
Yeah.
in that game, according to Steam, because I smashed it when it first came out.
Yeah.
Really liked it.
Yeah.
Go back to it sporadically,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
now I'm just really into it.
I do it too. I kind of get bursts where suddenly I'm pumped about it again.
Yeah, I like the business model. So I bought the season pass, and for once, it's a season pass track. Like, you know, how you have the free track, the paid.
Yeah,
track.
you can see what
The
you
paid
get
track
every level.
is it's got something on the premium bought for track. It's got
Yeah.
what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
He's playing Fate Go on his mobile.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking notes.
It's got
podcast brought to you by-
you earn something every level.
Yeah,
which is
right.
nice. Unlike Sea of Thieves, which
So
I
what-
feel like we're very stingy with
Oh,
the
see,
season
I
pass.
don't really, because all the stuff that's there is on the free one. And then when you do, like, you get heaps of stuff just by doing it in general.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah. I know you get as many fun bucks back as you would
Yeah,
spend on
so
it too,
yeah, from a dollar perspective.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about making my money back. I want exclusive cosmetics and things like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, like the thing with Siege though is if you don't own the operator, a lot of the skins are tied to
Yeah.
certain operators
That's
or
what
the
I was
weapons that
about
they
to
can use.
ask. Yeah, like what kind of stuff is in the Siege one? 'Cause-
So yeah, you get currency and things like that.
Yeah.
But then most of the cosmetics, other than the universal things like the dog tags or tags, you can
Yeah.
little trinkets you can attach to your guns and
Guns,
stuff,
yeah.
which every operator can use.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Sweet
skins
gun,
and all
gonna
the
put
all the
dicks
stuff
on it?
that makes you look cool is tied to a specific operator.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is a downside because I don't play I don't even own every
yeah.
operator. But trust Ubisoft to know how to make a buck.
yeah.
If it gets towards the end of the season, you go, oh shit, I want to get to a level 100, but I'm like level 50. You can buy
Of course you can.
blocks
5 blocks of
of
levels, can't
unlocking
you?
it. So you can go, I want to unlock wherever I'm up to plus 3 or plus 4 or just buy me the rest of it. And it's
Jeez.
like I progress naturally, and that's what I'll tell everyone.
That's nothing new though. I'm pretty sure Destiny do that. A lot of. In fact, I think you bought some levels in Destiny at one point.
I've never bought. No, we grinded.
We definitely
that.
grinded the first
Yeah.
one for sure.
No, I've never bought levels. It was a new thing to me anyway.
Yeah,
And I was like, ooh.
a lot of like those season pass. Once the season gets to like a certain point, they will go. Time's running out. You want to just buy your way to the top?
Yeah, well, this one's not even halfway through, and the buy options there.
Yeah.
Like you can buy one to whatever.
Look, I think I was seeing somebody kind of having a conversation about that there are probably realistically too many season passes.
Yeah,
And
I get that.
And I'm agreeing with them because
Yeah.
it's kind of like you look at if you are playing like multiple games, and all those games have a season pass, you then have to go, well, shit, I want the thing in this, but I want the thing in this. I have to either just
Split your time or-
spend so much time on both of these games and only these games that it becomes a chore, or I have to spend money to get it, or I just kind of go like, well, I'm not going to pay any attention to the seasons because the reward is so pitiful until you get to the end, and I'm not going to get it, so why bother?
yeah.
And it's one of those things where I think a lot of game companies are going to have to really juggle like how much
much grind?
how much grind you need to put into the game, because thinking about Destiny when Josh and I did it all those years ago, that grind was insane.
Yeah.
Like you really
Destiny grind in general fucking sucks.
It does.
So,
Yes. Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I certainly burnt out.
then
burnt
I
out.
haven't gone back
With
since.
it again.
You didn't really enjoy the grind so much.
Oh, not
as
the
you
grind,
like the
no.
moment-to-moment gunplay.
The content was good, and
Yeah.
Destiny's still one of the better shooters for me as far as feel and mechanics
yeah,
go.
yeah.
It's funny. Nick and I were actually speaking about this yesterday, and I was saying to him that like I don't really want to go back to playing Destiny, but I would love a game that is like Destiny without
yeah.
all of, like the superfluous grindy bullshit.
Do you think like Halo Infinite or something is going to feel similar?
Maybe we'll
maybe.
see. But like because the moment to moment gunplay in Destiny, I think feels fantastic.
Oh, it's solid.
and like clearly, like you were echoing
Yeah.
something very similar just then.
Oh yeah, it's really nice.
But the way that they like divide all their stuff up into like seasons and expansions that are like $70 or whatever,
And then they
$100
lock
for
them away
expansion.
after a while.
Yeah,
It's just-
keep telling you, pretending that they're not fucking asking for a subscription.
It's too
but
much
really they are.
bullshit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like it's like if you want to have an MMO with a subscription basis, then just whack a subscription on
just
there.
fucking
Don't
do it,
try to
yeah.
trick us into being like, oh, every 3 months pay $100. I mean, they probably get more money that way anyway. But
yeah, well,
like,
at least then, like people would just sign up and go
yeah.
instead of going, "Oh, hey, you're talking about this next expansion," and for fuck's sake,
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting back into Final Fantasy, like I mentioned the other week, and you kind of forget just how good that game is in going, yeah, I got content. I got content for days.
content, yeah.
There is so much shit for you to do, my man. Settle in.
yeah.
Like, and you jump onto Destiny, and they're like, oh, it's the season of the hamburger, and you jump in and
Yeah.
you do the hamburger mission 3 times. You're like, well, I've done all the
I've
hamburger
done the
missions.
hamburger
I
missions,
spent
yeah.
3 hours and I've done everything.
Oh man, I specifically remember how fucking mad I was during the Halloween event.
Yeah.
That pissed me off because it was literally just
I didn't mind
do the Halloween event.
the level one where you got a. What was it? What was the win condition on there? You
The
got a-
random dungeon one?
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah.
That was okay, but the amount of times you had to go in that random dungeon
Yeah.
to
Oh,
get
absolutely.
stuff
That
was
was-
just
yeah.
too much.
because
That, and there was an
the
event around the
Halloween
same time where you fought the big guy at the end.
Yeah,
You got to go around and shoot the things in the sky,
yeah.
move on to the next area. And anyway, yeah, it was
Yeah,
very,
that
it was
sounds a
very
lot-
cookie cutter
That
repetitive.
sounds like a lot of other Destiny missions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
and-
you talking about the raid?
no,
Oh, okay.
it was an event tied to the season.
Oh, okay. Right.
And
Yeah.
and comparing it again to Final Fantasy, and I feel like this is a fair comparison because Bungie have come out and said, yeah, this is an MMO. We've been skirting around the word MMO for a while.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to like dig our heels in and just let you know that this
This
is
is an
in
MMO.
fact a persistent world. It's a massively multiplayer game.
I think that
And
means they shouldn't have a season pass in.
I agree.
definition.
I totally agree. But when I compare like an expansion to Destiny to an expansion to Final Fantasy,
Oh, yes.
like a
Worlds
whole, like I'm going to need to go through 2 expansions to get to the latest one that's coming out.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Endwalker one.
Yeah.
That's going to take me
That's going to take a long fucking time.
weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot, and I'm probably going to have to get like help from the guild to just like help me run through stuff. But I still need to level my guy up and do
Yeah.
everything.
And it's not time gated, is it?
no,
Yeah,
not at all.
exactly. It's not like a season pass. You
just
don't
a-
have to
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I've got work, then I'm going to have to put 3 hours in, then dinner.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun, people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it like my character is level 60. I think the cap is like either 70 or 80 now.
Yeah.
So I got like 20 levels to get out.
Yeah.
I've got all this story that needs to go, and of course it's Final Fantasy, so the story is like interesting
Oh, it's-
and,
yeah, it's
and
actually
complex, and
interesting,
things
yeah.
happen. And instead of like I'm the drifter, I spin a coin in my fingers, ting, go kill. Like you know, it,
Have the firefight mode that you should have had when we released.
yeah. But also it's PvP, so
Yeah.
it's annoying as
So
shit.
it's bullshit. Yeah.
I did like that game mode.
How much did you play it?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
But as far as, because PvP in Destiny was always broken
Oh, it
to
was
me.
always
I
broken.
hated
Shit.
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think like I enjoyed it, but then I realized that I was doing a bunch of shit that was
What's
broken.
it called?
Crucible.
That's right.
Yeah. So
No. Crucible.
What?
No, the PvE, PvP type one with the guy that flips the coin and.
Oh yeah, the Jamie just said it. Words.
I've forgotten now.
You just said it then, and it's
Everyone
gone
can just-
out of my fucking ear.
Just go back in the podcast, hear it.
Yeah.
Jump forward
I
again.
don't
it's
think
fine.
you said the name of the actual thing.
I said
though.
the name of the drifter.
No, I thought you actually said.
What was his bullshit that he made you do?
I'm kind of arena.
I don't remember.
Oh,
Happy to
well.
boot scoot. I don't know.
Clearly,
Very
it
memorable.
It left an
Yeah,
impact.
it's really done. But yeah, it was basically the firefight mode that we should have already had
Yeah.
anyway. But then it had PvP elements, and it was fucking annoying, and everything was shit.
Yeah.
And but I left Destiny 2 so hard. I dropped
Yeah.
that motherfucker cold turkey.
Yeah.
like maybe 2 years ago now.
yeah.
And and I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed, like you said, the moment to moment gameplay. Like that was such a big draw for me, and I had so much fun. But
The
then it
story
was-
originally too was I found interesting.
I did too. I really
I don't think I've
enjoyed
played
the story.
through a game as quick as I did Destiny 1.
Well, that's the thing. Destiny 1 did this weird thing where it brought out like 2 expansions that weren't much, and then it brought out like basically this big fucking rebirth Doom expansion for the end. That was
Taken King,
amazing.
was
I
it?
think so, yeah. And then everyone kind of went from complete actual video game Destiny 1 to this weird busted half Destiny 2.
But that was an Activision.
Yeah, that
thing
was an
there at the
Activision
time.
call, so I'm not even blaming Bungie for
And
that.
then,
But
and then once Bungie got
then,
it back,
like,
they kind of course corrected to
they
like
kinda-
this really bad freemium
thing.
that,
So
like,
it just got to a point where I was like, you know what? No, I'm not fine with it. And like my favorite activity in that now is still there was a raid
Gambit.
that I've
Gambit. Fuck. He's the X-Man. How could we forget?
Was my favorite activity in that was actually the 6-player, one of the 6-player raids.
Yeah.
I think it might have been called the
Leviathan. Yeah.
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 But yeah, that was really fun. That was really good. Really enjoyed doing that. Got really proficient at certain roles within that.
yeah,
And there was
yeah.
like a nice team building-y PvE, hang out with your buddies, do a thing that you can say, I've done that thing. And it was really good. But at the same time, it was only worth doing it once a week because you did a raid once a week and got a present.
Yeah. I don't know if they
And-
still do it too, but there was
Yeah.
also a level cap thing where, like, I don't remember the number. So let's say you could get to 80, but then you could go and do like extra hard stuff that was, I think, raids almost specifically you had to
Oh
do
yeah, no,
something.
there was
And you
certain
could
activities
get
that
to
would
90.
drop. Yeah, there were certain activities that would drop higher light level items.
Yeah,
and
I
they were
hated
locked
that
behind
because
a
it
bit of a wall there.
forced you to only play. You could only play if you had the friends
Yeah.
or the
And if you had like later on, and if you had the DLC that opened those activities.
and they took matchmaking out of anything above a certain difficulty.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I
why?
was-
How does it affect them?
see, I was really pissed off with that too because like I said, I actually spent a lot of time in the PvP, just straight multiplayer.
Yeah,
Because it was just fucking multiplayer. Like that's
Yeah,
all it
yeah.
was. You just go in, you're a team, you fucking shoot the other guys. That
Yeah.
was it. And I had a lot of fun with that. Even though it was like on and off, really broken, but also you find that a lot of the people in the community, if something came up and it's like this is broken as shit, the only people that were really still doing it after you found that out were the people that were like pieces of shit anyway.
They got nothing to lose though.
Yeah, like
But
that's
everything
it.
to gain.
And that's like kind of like every now and then you'll come across it. It's like, oh, you're a shitcock. Fuck you. But then for the most part, you're playing with people that were actually playing the game. And so I had a lot of fun with it. But like I said, it just got so fucking obtuse with the shit that you had to do to progress. And it got to a point where I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to jump on and play. I actually said this to a friend one day. I'm just going to jump on and play some PvP because that's what I'm in the mood for.
Yeah.
And they went, oh, well, you can't just do that to get your thing up. And I went, why? Like it drops gear and stuff. Like surely it's going to drop better. No, it's not a thing. You can't do it in that. You've got to play this certain mode and whatever. And I was just like, you know what? I don't care anymore. And I literally stopped playing Destiny 2
That was the
then.
moment you stopped.
That was the moment that I stopped because it was already at a point where I was pissed off at the money. I was
Yeah.
pissed off at the expansion.
Yeah.
Pissed off with the weird rotating inventory shit. And I was just like, oh, and I can't even do the thing I
And
want to
PFP
do.
was notoriously unbalanced too.
So
Yeah, look, I'm honestly the only reason why they had PvP in Destiny is because people expect that from Bungie, and I think
Yeah.
Bungie expects that from Bungie.
Yeah.
If they had a fucking ounce of common sense in their head, they would not have any kind of PvP. It is impossible to balance. It's frustrating to play. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea. It was clearly a bad one. You need to have a game like because in Halo, there are only like 10 weapons.
Yeah.
And you know the exact damage output,
Yeah.
the exact balance of them. You're able to go like, okay, this will counter this and this can counter this, and when you get the rocket launcher, you know what? Fuck it, you're in trouble. But you only get 2 shots.
But you only got 2 shots.
But
yeah.
it's also here on the map, so people got to go and get it. Like loadouts change everything, and like the moment that you go like everyone doesn't start equal. Is the and you know you got to like get kill streaks to be able to like get special ammo to use your gun. It's this weird thing where it kind of goes. Some people just will not be able to do this. Whereas in a match of Halo, if you were running around and you came across the rocket launcher, whip, I got a rocket launcher, it's an equalizer. That player who might not be the best still gets that moment where they're going like, I got the rocket launcher. And they get to have a little bit of fun. They get a moment of joy. Whereas if you're in Destiny and you have a rocket launcher but you don't have the ammo for it, and maybe you grab the ammo for it and you're like, this is so rare, I don't know what to do with it. And
now.
then you die and you lose it. You're like, well, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
Like, it's frustrating the way things are gated off.
I still like, and that's the thing with me too. Like, the Halo very specifically is the one that I base a lot of this off.
Yeah, because it's Bungie.
I just want that multiplayer again.
Yeah.
In something like fuck your battle royales off, fuck your like
it's time they
loadout
die.
like base things off, fuck your crafting shit in video, anything. Fuck it all off. Give me a fucking multiplayer game where you all start on such a fucking even keel that you've got to play the fucking game.
I mean, that should be the basis of any multiplayer versus, really,
You would
shouldn't
think.
it?
Yeah.
The main distinction between players should be the skill, not the weapons.
I will
Time
tell
spent
you
and
why
stuff.
that is not the case these days.
Money.
Money is definitely a factor, but it's because if you have to work and grind to get a certain loadout, then that is guaranteed hours in the game, which is guaranteed money and revenue to come through because people will get microtransactions and this and that.
Can you just do it for cosmetics though? Not,
Cosmetics is the same deal. Like if you
yeah.
got to like.
but you can still enjoy the multiplayer, and because I don't care about cosmetics.
No,
Yeah.
like cosmetics
Well,
is one thing, but like the actual,
You don't like RGB anymore as much.
Yeah, but I care about cosmetics. I'm not a monster.
I am.
the actual tangible weapons
You
and
wait,
items
Dave.
you
They'll
get,
make a gravy cosmetic for something, and you.
the actual tangible weapons and items you
Yeah.
get that will carry through into a game where you can go, I have this in my loadout. Like that tends to be something that like people will play more for.
Oh,
yeah.
I do agree though that like you could easily achieve the same thing by going you unlock cosmetics, which is like how Halo Reach did it, and Halo 3. Like those are really
gonna say
good. Like
3 as well,
we would just play that game for hours on end to get
entire weekends.
yeah, to get different cosmetics. However, if you do that and you get the cosmetics behind progress, how can you charge them for cosmetics? So they make it like the weapons and guns, and then they charge you for like skins and apparel and shit like that. So it's we're in this situation where shit's rough.
Yeah, but circling back to Siege, I think they've done PvP pretty well.
I was
Which
actually going to say
You'd
that
hope
was one
so,
of my
given that
favourites.
there's no real single player. Like, it is a PvP game.
Like I still, that is the game that like I said, I'm hurting for like another good first person shooter multiplayer game like that at the moment. Siege is the one that I've probably spent the most time in the last maybe like 6 years.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, just because that was just such a, as much as you're taking characters and they've got different loadouts.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty well balanced game.
It is, because
And you can
there's a finite amount of weapons that
everything.
you can have on any given character.
Yeah.
It's balanced well. Skill plays a large part
Oh, mass. That
of how to win it. And I think
skill
that's
and
how
map
any
knowledge.
PvP should be. That should
skill
be.
and map knowledge are like the two
Yeah.
keys for
Yeah.
Siege.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so
So-
since I've gone back, they've added a lot of maps that I've never played on.
Yeah.
So I like to defend a lot because I can just
'cause then
crouch in
you
a
get
corner
home,
and
yeah.
go.
See,
That's the part I don't like about the game.
I still.
Yeah, but you're a Twitch shooter. You got to move.
I do got to move.
Yeah, Jamie got to move.
I still remember the moment that the game kind of clicked for me.
Yeah.
It was in that that like biker headquarters thing.
Yes, the club.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
club. And it just like, I think I was defending and I was just like, oh, it's up here. And I realized that I was just like, all right, cool, it's up here. They're probably going to come through here, here, and here. So
Yeah.
I'd chuck my traps there. Then I'd run to this room and I'm like, okay, cool. chuck out my little sensor thing. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, this game has clicked with me now.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I'm in like a groove with it.
Yeah.
And because like once it got to that point too, I didn't feel like it was as much like it was the camping thing either, because I was actively having things to do and
You're
knowing
planning
where to
out
go.
your
Like, I was
defense, you're
planning
not
what I was
just
doing,
sitting there.
So for me, like map knowledge kind of became such a hefty part of it suddenly because I was like, wait, I know things now.
That's why I like the penthouse map. Because the attackers would spawn relatively close to the house at all times.
Yeah.
And depending on, this is kind of similar where it clicked for me.
Yeah.
The attackers always start by driving little drones into the house or building to see where the bombs are and get
that's
some
like
intel.
a phase before you start, yeah.
I could tell from the direction that the drones were coming into the house where the team was going to spawn.
Yeah, okay.
And because they spawn close to the house, I just go and knock a little hole in a window.
Yeah.
Or in a, it's been boarded up, you just knock a plank out.
Yeah.
And then just spawn camp. Just wipe the whole team before they can even get into the house.
Oh, jeez.
So
I miss Vegas 2.
that was good.
That was
that
a
was
lot
good.
of fun.
Spent so much time in that.
Oh,
and
man.
just co-op terrorist hunt.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't believe they never patched out that audio bug though.
I know. The continuous gunfire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that was the gunfire, wasn't it? Yeah. No,
Did you play that too?
No.
Vegas 2?
Oh, Vegas 2's real good.
You played Vietnam with us, though, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Battlefield Vietnam. We played a lot of that back in the LAN days.
Yeah, I remember that.
Even what was the Quake one they had for a while?
Quake,
Quake 3 Arena.
No,
we played.
Quake Wars.
But yeah, that
Enemy
was,
Territory, Quake
yeah,
Wars.
we played the demo of that a lot.
Yeah.
That was,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
good fun.
I don't remember that.
It didn't last very long.
Okay.
It was probably out for like 6 months, and then they shut down the
it didn't go
servers.
well.
And we've mentioned before SWAT. We played a lot of SWAT.
Yeah,
Well,
Wow.
played,
shot each
mucked
other.
around
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
is
gave me an aneurysm.
I don't think we ever actually completed a mission.
No, we didn't,
Certainly not
because
that
the
lane.
brothers Krauss are always involved.
Oh, it's not always me.
No, I accidentally shot Jamie in the back of the head with a shotgun.
there you go.
Accidentally.
It was. There was a guy, and then you
finger
moved, and I'm already like, boom. Like,
Stephen
oh, sorry.
tasered an already handcuffed
Yes, that's right.
person, so I shot him.
And there was
as
a lot
punishment.
of grenades in lifts, I seem to remember.
Yeah.
Fucking the match would start, and 3 of you motherfuckers would throw a grenade on the floor. Like 3 out of 4 of us just threw a
I
grenade.
think I
on the
mentioned
ground.
before, one of my favourite moments is Jamie flipping out because we were in an elevator. That was the starting point. And we'd already killed each other in the elevator like several times.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's try it this time. Let's be serious. Let's try and do it. And we're all dead silent. And you just hear ding, ding, ding. And Jamie going, God damn it!
Yeah, I was pretty frustrated that night. I think I ended up playing Prey. And I go,
Yeah.
like that.
I ended up watching
Wow.
Firefly. I think.
like fucking, we just dispel like fuck this. Like boot up a single player game at the LAN.
Yeah, okay.
Vietnam was a lot of fun. Though,
Dave
wasn't it?
did that.
I had to.
Yeah, because
We
he had
covered-
Windows ME.
Yeah,
Oh,
And it wouldn't network with
That's
what
right.
were we using then? XP.
probably.
Probably XP on 98 or something.
Yeah.
Something that works. Something that had LAN capabilities.
My
you
Paul
just
Packard
single-
Bell.
You just single played Sid Meier's Pirates,
yeah.
didn't you? Yeah.
I mean, good
Oh, and
games.
some,
That's a
but
fair night, though.
Some
yeah.
other game,
Yeah.
Age of something.
mythology or something.
Mythology, yeah, one of those.
I got really pumped because I'm trying to find something on the Switch for when I travel.
Yeah.
I haven't been taking it. I've been building Warhammer, but I'm actually running out of Warhammer to build. So I'm like, oh, I'll take the Switch while I travel.
Right.
I've got Zelda on there, but that doesn't hold my attention for very long.
Understandable.
I
So-
actually really got into that.
Oh, yeah. You did
So I've been looking for another game, and there was King of Seas or something like that.
Yeah.
It was a pirate game, and it looked so similar to Sid Meier's Pirates, and it had a free demo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing that surprised me by the Switch. Well, 2 things. One, everything's really expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy expensive.
2, though, a lot of them include demos, which
Yeah.
is nice and refreshing. And yeah, I was just really disappointed with the demo on that, unfortunately.
Okay, now just kind of pivoting slightly. Take your Switch, throw it in the bin. Because Valve have announced the Steam Deck,
That
which looks just like a fucking
Really?
Nintendo Switch, and it's just got your Steam library on it.
You can also install Windows on it if you really want.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that that's where you went with that. Just throw it.
I thought you were going to suggest
Just
buying
get
the
rid of
new Switch.
No.
The only
fucking-
tangible
not
difference is
changing,
the
it's just the
OLED
screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
just
actual
OLED.
internals aren't changing,
No,
which is
no.
kind of ridiculous.
It comes in white.
You can
The
also,
internals aren't changing,
I
Josh.
believe that the dock also has an Ethernet port.
Yes, it does.
For the people who are just those poor fuckers playing Smash online. Whew. But yeah, the
Wow,
Steam
the
Deck.
I'll have to look into
Not
that.
to be confused with the Stream Deck.
No.
I mean, it sounds nice in theory.
Or Steam
You can
Link.
play your Steam library, but if I boot up a AAA game on a Steam Deck, how's it going to perform? Like, it's going to have to be some pretty beefy hardware.
I believe that it is solid hardware. Your resolution is like 720p
720.
when it's
yeah,
So
which is
doesn't
fine
handheld.
for a small screen.
Which is for a small screen, you
So,
don't need a massive
like
res.
I mean, obviously you're not going to get shit like ray tracing and things like that. But like,
Not
especially
worth it
since I'm
then.
pretty sure it's running AMD, isn't it?
yeah, it's AMD. Yeah,
Oh, so it'll be like a handheld
Yeah,
heater
yeah,
as
it is.
well.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can just use it to heat your room in the hotel.
Linus Tech Tips had it on the WAN show. They were discussing it and showing some specs and stuff,
Okay.
and it was quite interesting.
yeah. I saw it on Gamers Nexus. We're talking about it, and
Yeah, I saw they had a video
Wow,
on it.
you
yeah.
went deep on the nerdy side of things.
yeah, they do a lot of graphs.
Yeah, they love it.
Gamers, Steve
Brad.
at Gamers Nexus is just
His sense of humour is beautifully dry.
he goes deep on everything.
I really love how deep they go on shit. Because when I was building my machine, I'm like, I don't know, should I get this case? I'm not sure.
He'll give you a
I looked it up.
6-hour reason.
He did,
Yeah.
and I was like, cool. All
Yeah.
right, I will get it then.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so it's pretty interesting. So it's like
Steam Deck. I'll have to look into it.
it's like a Switch, only you've got your library of games on it
Yeah.
already. And if you really want, you could play like I don't know, one of Nick's many Sakura.
Yeah,
Titty games.
You could also
share my
have, like-
library with you.
Oh,
You,
can you
in
play
slightly more
LOL on it?
wholesome way. You could put Dolphin on it and emulate a lot of other games.
Can
Yes,
you,
yeah.
but
You'll play not Switch games, but like Wii games. Much
can
better
you
than
play LOL?
Well, it's a Windows machine, so yes. Well, you can put Windows on it.
Yeah, and it's got
so
it's
then you
got
should
like,
be able to plug a keyboard in then.
And I mean, yeah, and
and it's
you
got
can plug a keyboard,
touchpads as well
and
for
you can,
like like from mouse and keyboard
and you can
stuff
plug
as
it into
well.
a monitor, so you can just use it as a computer.
Yeah, very similar to how a Switch would dock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$400 US, I think. Was the
Yeah, depending. There are three.
that was-
there are
yeah,
three
that was
price
the-
plans.
I think that was the base.
Yeah, one of them. Like I think once you go past the first one, they both have like just faster hard drives.
Yes.
Essentially.
What's the ETA, the release date?
Not sure.
Question. I think December.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was December.
Yeah.
So it's not like a classic Steam. This has been in development for 10 years. We're going to announce it and then give it another 10
If
years.
you look at what it is, you can see elements of stuff they've done in the past.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm interested to play that.
Yeah, it's a very curious little thing that's come out. It looks just like a Switch. It's like, but with like touchpads on the side, and it's all black.
Yeah,
If-
I did notice
If it's as
that
good as it
after I
sounds,
saw it.
I will buy one.
Well, there's-
It's-
I mean,
I travel a lot, so
Other companies have released very similar things, so it's like the
Yeah.
market. There's a few more in the market now.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone uses the controller, the Steam controller.
I'm sure there's got to be.
They
some.
still support
Maybe
it, so you
someone,
can.
yeah,
Yeah.
like this. Support.
Didn't they also bring out like a Steam Link or something?
Yes.
Yep.
So that's
And
what's that?
Steam
So you can
machine.
play on
The Steam,
TV.
yeah, the Steam Link didn't do so great. I don't think that they sold many of those.
Isn't that what the Nvidia Shield does?
Similar.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do Steam Link with if you've just got an old laptop.
Yeah.
Basically, you just
Yeah,
stick
yeah,
that on
yeah.
your telly, and your
You know-
beast thing is. I tried it
Randomly, I tried Steam Remote Play the other day. I tried it with Lauren. So I booted up Guilty Gear.
Right.
And because whenever you boot that up, usually when you boot up like a fighter or a brawler or something like that, it's like, oh, it's Steam Play Anywhere, play together, try it out. And I've never tried it. I gave it a shot, and not bad.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
considering like it's like streaming everything online
Yeah.
to like another computer. Like the input lag was very negligible. There
So
was
hold on,
still
what does that
input lag.
mean? You're playing on her computer,
Yeah, and
a
she-
game off your live.
Yeah. So like, we play Guilty Gear,
Yeah.
and she joins in, and she's player 2. She's on her computer.
Yeah.
I'm on my computer. It's like a different way of doing like the online.
Oh, okay.
But it like you could also do it with say like Streets of Rage or
But she doesn't need to own it because she's
no, she
playing
doesn't need to
your
own it.
copy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Or say when we were playing like Jackbox,
Yeah.
if we were playing that, not trying to like stream it through stuff, we could just like
Yeah,
play
yeah.
it through like one person owns it. They invite everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
They also join in.
Yeah.
And they see everything, and the quality is pretty good.
Yeah.
And the input lag is not so bad.
Yeah.
Like it's still like, it's like kind of grainy, and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's a minor delay. But
Something- yeah.
you know,
If you're just casually playing something.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think I have tried that. I had just one of those little enterprise Dell computers that I gave Eli once.
yeah.
and I streamed Spyro from
Yeah,
my
okay.
library to his
Yeah.
computer. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not bad. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised with how
okay.
well it handled.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was looking at the Oculus the other day, actually.
yeah,
The Rift. No.
DS.
What's the
Quest
cut
2?
down version? The Quest 2, yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's actually not really cut down anymore. It's kind of
It's not really, no. It's decent resolution, 120 hertz, I think.
yeah.
And it's all in one, like no
Internal
light
tracking.
stations
Yeah.
and all that kind of thing. Yeah, don't know. I always liked VR, but I built a desk in the room, so
Yeah, this room would be great for VR if you didn't have the big table.
Yeah.
yeah,
which it was.
Yeah.
I did use it for VR, and
I had fun.
yeah.
like Arizona Sunshine was really fun
Yeah.
walking around this room, other
Yeah,
than
yeah.
the scary mine.
Walk around the room, you just cowered in the
Yeah,
corner.
just cowering in the corner of the mine. But yeah, so I've been looking at like just an all-in-one headset.
Oh yeah,
I don't.
You know, the Facebook thing might turn you off.
Yes, I know. I don't have a Facebook account now, so that was a big bummer.
but I haven't reinstalled my Oculus stuff on the new computer.
Yeah.
However, I had an Oculus account, and they went like, "Do you want to merge it with your Facebook account?" And I said no,
Yeah,
and they haven't bugged me for it. They might bug me for it when I reinstall my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, my main motivation is I can take it, unless I'm playing something from Steam where I have to be linked to the computer, I can take it out
Yeah,
in the living room, play with the kids. Like the Vader game, like the Star Wars Vader game on there,
Yeah.
apparently is really good.
Yeah, okay.
Like there's a few exclusives that look really, really good.
Yeah.
And given it was a few $100s when I saw it on Amazon. Was that $400 or something?
probably about 400 or 500.
Yeah, there's the 64 gig version or the one with more, like 256 or
Yeah.
something like that, I think.
No, but anyway, it was just something I kind of gone,
The portability and the ability to link them up to your machine if you want to like let the computer do the heavy lifting
Yeah,
for some
yeah.
better graphics.
I'll be honest, the first thing I thought of, because I hate the Northwest and I travel there all the time,
Yeah.
is what if I take the headset? I'm busy working, then I knock off. That's when I realise again that I'm in the Northwest and I get
And
depressed.
you put the
I put the
headset on.
headset on when
on.
I'm back at the
Yeah.
hotel.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I'm in.
On the Northwest. You're
You
in
could totally
fucking-
wherever.
And you know what else you could
Skyrim.
do? You could kind of trace the Guardian barrier around
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
hotel room
Yeah.
and, then and figure out where things are. Like and
Oh,
then just
jeez.
like fit out the room so it's basically a perfect copy of
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
hotel room.
Yeah.
And you're in like an appealing place instead of a
Yeah.
shitty hotel room.
So you
Pick
look
up my bottle of water, but it's actually vodka.
look out the window, see those canals.
Yeah, the problem is I always book the most expensive room because it's like on the work credit card.
Yeah.
And it's a sea view room.
Yeah.
So you get a balcony.
Yeah.
I would just hate to, if I didn't set the
Run
Guardian
out
up
there.
properly.
Set the Guardian up. Yeah. But like, yeah, like there are definitely. I remember when I first got my Oculus and I was in my apartment,
Yeah.
which was not furnished because I was at a point where I'm kind of going like, I'm basically here for a year, then I go back to
Yeah.
Australia. No point in buying a lot of furniture. I had like a couch, a TV on a box,
Yeah.
The
and
essentials.
That's the man room
yeah,
dream,
and,
really.
and,
I was
and,
gonna-
and a small
realistically, that-
desk in the
that's-
corner.
That's where you want to be.
So, I would just basically like go into whatever virtual room there was. I would just sit in the middle of the floor in my fucking
I'm not here, I'm not here,
bare-bones
I'm not here.
apartment,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, "This is nice."
See, I'm gonna bring up here on that note. Actually, I keep seeing things about that where it's like men really live like this and they see
Yeah.
no issue, and it's like couch or chair. Box with like a TV on it and like a PC or a console
And a
attached to it.
microwave.
And it's
That's all
just
you
a-
need.
And like, I'm just like, no, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You realize how little shit that I would have to do if my house was still like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I didn't have
just-
wife or kids,
Just well,
this whole house would be way too big for me.
because my thing too was I just sat there when I was looking at that once and I was remembering one of my share houses.
Yeah,
Where I was like, just swap that couch for a bed, and I'm there.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's me.
Yep.
I love that.
When I lived in the Northwest, oh my gosh. My living room, because one of the rules was you weren't allowed to do mechanical works. So
Right.
because they're all conjoined.
yeah,
So I just I turned my living room into my bedroom / garage where I pulled my motorbike apart to service it.
yeah,
So it was on a tarp.
Yeah.
And I just wheeled it up into the door. The neighbor saw me, and because it was heavy, I was like trying to get it up the lip of the door. So I ended up having to start it. And then just kind of
push it a bit.
But then you break, and there's this big rubber thing across the floor. But yeah, like that was the dream, like living by myself. And then the bedroom became the media room.
Men only want one thing, and it's disgusting, and it's space.
Yeah. But I tell you what, I've never had a good night's sleep like when all the cleaning fluids and stuff that you use on the motorbike are in the same room as your bedroom.
That's not called sleep. That's unconsciousness.
Yeah,
whatever it is, it was
You passed
refreshing.
out.
that's a medical state of difference.
Yeah. It was a bit of a panic because of like a week later I had an inspection.
So you're going to say you had an inspection with the doctor, and he's like, "You're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you're constantly high.
You've got cancer."
So I had to clear it out pretty quick, but it was good while it lasted. But yeah, I didn't play any consoles back then. That was a bit of a waste.
Yeah, it would have been a good opportunity. To
Just kick back, and because there is something appealing about just I can't do it with kids. Like just kick back in the living room. No. I have never played a video game in a living room.
There's a reason,
or like for a long time.
There's a reason that when we were building my house, I was like, that room's mine.
Yeah,
it's just and obviously you've done the same here. It's just like, no, that one's mine.
I'm gonna have to lock myself away.
That's where I get to exist.
Speaking of like that previous living arrangement I had, that was a great arrangement for playing Persona 5 in when that first came out, because like I just had a couch in the middle of this big room because it was like it was an open plan, so it was like the kitchen and the dining room in the same area. Cut that. I just got my TV on its box, but like the box it came in. So I didn't have the money to buy a stand.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Came with one itself.
Wait, was the box upright like the TV?
No.
Oh, good. Okay.
No,
Josh
that's a precarious.
I went.
Josh's heart was fucking fluttering.
This big ass TV that I bought from a freaking chemist that I lugged home.
That's right. Nice.
And I just had that like right in front. I was just lounging on this hard as shit couch playing, but like. It was just a really nice little set. Like
you smashed through that game too.
I destroyed it.
Yeah, you did.
Like that's a huge game.
Oh yeah,
it's massive.
From what I understand.
Yeah, it was. That's all I did for like a while. I'd go to work, I'd come home, and I would play Persona until it was like.
Because you weren't animating at that point.
I was animating.
Oh, you were.
I was in Halifax.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought this was the call center job.
No. I
okay.
wouldn't have been able to do that then. I didn't have the space.
Okay. Yeah. Damn.
So, seeing Persona 5, all you needed was a cat to tell you to go to bed all the time.
Yeah.
And then that would have been the complete experience in and out.
It really would have been. So it's close enough.
I wouldn't mind a home theater at some point, but I've decided I have to wait till the kids move out.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to knock the wall down between their rooms.
Like
true.
The thing for me at this point in time, really, like my optimal setup is just a good pair of headphones. Like I don't really have a desire to be like I've got a big TV and I'm like sitting back. I like sitting forward in my computer chair, like and just laser focusing on a screen. I can't.
Yeah,
like
I could not have, but not for gaming.
Yeah,
for music because avid like dad ingrained it in me.
Yeah,
I need hi-fi equipment.
No, I'm actually in the middle of working out what speaker and everything system I'm putting in, so I get that.
Because I mean, when we're playing Diablo 4. Sorry, 3.
I was about to say,
Jamie,
living in the future here.
Is this secret knowledge?
Back in the future. But when we were playing Diablo 3 and I was playing it on the Xbox with Nick, I'd be sitting back with my big TV and I'm like, I'm going to sleep, dude.
Oh, that's right.
I'm lounging back and
you have couchopia.
I got really, really tired. And then I just basically like had to pull the chair right up to the TV and then sit upright.
Wait. If you watch Man of Steel, but you were sitting a lot closer,
I can guarantee that won't help.
Would not help at all.
Just checking.
I've seen Jamie play and watch that. I do not believe that would help him at all.
No, you can't. Like, it's one thing when like you're playing an engaging game and you go like, I'm just kind of like, I'm sort of like starting to lounge and versus like this is shit and boring.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter like what you're stabbing.
I still blame
me
Zack Snyder. It's not Soup's fault. Or Henry Cavill.
Pretty boring.
Henry Cavill makes a good
Henry
Superman.
Cavill makes a good most things because Henry Cavill's fucking rad, but
He is my.
it's hard to work with
Man
Superman,
crush.
man. He's just
He's been hinting at a lot of Warhammer stuff. I think he linked something in the group chat the other
Yeah,
day.
he was doing a talk for, I can't remember what it was, maybe The Witcher. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
talking about like his time on The Witcher set.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, "Oh, I haven't been able to say this to anybody. I've been just clenching my teeth because no one will get it. But that chandelier looks like a Blackstone fortress."
yeah, yeah.
But he's also been like, he's put photos up recently on like a private jet. But like his stack of books that he's reading are all Warhammer and Horus Heresy.
Yeah,
and-
it was the author from a bunch of the Warhammer stuff.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he's a big dog.
but
Yeah, he's-
like
yeah.
he has said that he would jump at the opportunity to be in or be part of a decent live action Warhammer show, and
I
with
think-
Warhammer Plus,
yeah.
I hope that they throw the money at Henry Cavill and a decent creator writer,
Yeah.
and just because there was a rumor that the Game of Thrones guys.
Oh, yeah.
Because they never miss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
were
never
going to
fucking-
be heading up live action Warhammer.
This is totally aside. Those motherfuckers, those motherfucking Game of Thrones ass piece of shit motherfuckers.
DB Weiss and whatever the other one is.
They were setting up to do something. I can't remember
This is
what.
a good story so far.
and like all I know is that there was just a big thing. It's like, okay, nerd franchise, these guys are going to touch
Yeah.
it. And the entire article was just about how before they touch anything that anyone gives a shit about ever again, they have to give us a written apology about fucking Game of Thrones. And I was just like, you know what, I get that.
Well, they wanted to
That's
move
fine.
on to Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
amicably. It was a
But
mutual
joke's on
agreement.
them. It was already
It
ruined.
was already ruined.
I just find it hilarious that once season 8 came out, there was suddenly a mutual walking away between Disney and those two guys, where Disney would
Yeah.
not. They saw Game of Thrones and like, oh,
yeah.
Oh,
like
you've ruined it.
the mouse is out. Yeah.
Yeah. No Disney money for you.
And they said, "Oh no, we're going to Netflix," where they still got a huge amount of money
Oh, yeah.
to develop like 3 movies or something.
yeah, they still got a pile of cash.
They're still it's just
Disney
yeah.
money.
But
They're not going to be crying poor, going, "Oh no, it hasn't worked out."
No. If they do, someone will just tell them to go back to Westeros and fuck
it was
up.
rumored that they were going to be taking up the mantle of the Narnia stuff because now Netflix have the rights to that.
Oh, yeah.
And I was about to find out where they live and kill them.
Well, look, let's be very real though, Josh.
Oh.
Like, if they were working on Narnia stuff, it probably would be a safe bet because very clearly
it's all written.
they're competent.
all written,
They're
yeah.
competent
Yeah.
at working with material that's been provided to them.
That's true.
It's when they
Yeah.
got to get creative that they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, yeah. They're not writers.
Yeah.
But how cool is that though? Like they were relative unknowns
Yeah.
in the industry, and they approached George R. Martin and said, "Hey, look, we like your books. We just want to make a TV show out
Yeah.
of it. We got no real experience." They shopped around. HBO went, "Yeah, cool. We'll throw money at it."
There's
like-
incest. There's
Yeah,
people
but they,
dying. It's
you know,
an HBO
like George
thing,
R.
yeah.
R. Martin asked them who was Jon Snow's,
That's right. They had that
Parents.
conversation, didn't they? Yeah.
and to prove that they were real fans, they
Yeah,
got it. So
see
he
if
gave
they
his
could-
blessing.
Yeah.
And then they somehow flunked a meeting with everyone except HBO.
Well, executives are notoriously difficult to pitch to.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I mean, like, we got a fantasy show, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's pretty easy to go like, why didn't people pass on this? You know, after the
Yeah.
fact.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it was probably a better fit for HBO than anyone else anyway.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Realistically, just
Well, what
because
I'm
of
saying is
the
it's to
shows
their
they've
credit
made.
that they landed with relatively little experience in the industry.
Yeah.
They've taken something they were passionate about,
Oh, you know, they
got an
somehow
approval from the author, and then
got there, but they just fucked it up.
Yeah.
Maybe they went, "Let's go with the sex and violence first before we mention the fantasy."
Also, like they had the original writer writing scripts
Yeah.
for
hell
the
yeah,
show,
That helps out.
and like I think to that show's benefit, they went. The first season was a hard R,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
they could really push just how
and Sean Bean.
dingy and dirty and how fucked up things could get there. Whereas like you look at the later seasons, and it's like, oh yeah, there's some moments here and there, but
Yeah.
it's not as like
You get like your one moment of an episode.
it's just, you know, it's not as like full on as the first season. The first season was by far the best.
Yes. Yeah. I always wanted to go back and rewatch it, but knowing how it ends is such a block.
I've done it a bunch of times
Yeah.
just because my two favorite characters die at the end of season 1. So it's
That's, yeah. Season 1 is probably watchable, like standalone.
Was it like Sean Bean and the Sword Man?
Sean Bean and Fat King.
Oh, Fat King, of course. I forgot about Rob.
Killed by a boar.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was fucking great. I love him.
Yeah,
But
actually,
wasn't the implication that Cersei got him drunk through his page
there was
boy?
no implication. It
That was,
fucking
that was
happened.
straight up what
Oh, okay,
happened.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was just like, nah, get him drunk.
He got proper sauce,
and then she
got
banged
caught.
said cousin at one point when
Yeah.
her brother wasn't available.
A revenge bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, the
Really popularized incest.
I don't know about popularized.
Alabama's been doing it for years.
I had forgotten about just how good like both Sean Beans and whoever played Robert
I've
Bradley.
actually forgotten his name. I love him as an actor, but I always forget his name.
But
Yeah.
both of their performances
Well,
were fantastic.
See, this
And they
was-
played off each other really well.
Yeah.
well.
And this was the thing too. Like they did enough in that first season. Do you go? I'm actually legitimately interested
Yeah.
in these characters, and that like back in the first season, I was actually legitimately like, I want to see just a fucking
They need a buddy cop
spin-off thing of these
Yeah.
two kicking
Yeah.
around back in the day.
But
Like
the problem
when,
is, it'd be different actors.
yeah, and
so you
so
wouldn't
then
get
I'm like,
that same
shit,
spark.
but we wouldn't get the same kind of thing because they'd be younger guys, they'd be doing the
Yeah.
thing,
Because
and
remember,
it'd probably
like
be
the
written
fucking,
to shit.
I think it was like the last season they had like Bran go back and watch Ned Stark fight
Yeah.
the guy with the two swords, and
I
it was
think
like
that kid
Power.
looked nothing like
was
fucking
very
Scene
bad.
Beat. That
You
was
reckon? I thought that was a pretty good job.
nah.
Nah,
You know what I'd like
I
to
couldn't
see?
figure out who the fuck it was for a minute there.
You know what I'd like to see?
Gotta pay attention to the haircut.
We need to take someone who's not seen any of this,
I like it.
sit them
Dave.
down, get them to watch it,
Yeah,
and just see what the reaction is.
Yeah,
like once you
no,
get to
that
season
makes
7
sense.
and 8.
yeah.
Because it's not really punishment. Yes, I'm talking
No, it's
about
not
you,
really.
Dave.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it now.
You're a
I
guinea
think that's
pig.
gonna be
Just sit
yeah.
you down, watch
mean-
it. I've got like up to season 6 on Blu-ray.
I am 100% certain that I know exactly what your reaction is going to be. It'll be the reaction that the rest of the world had when they first
I know.
saw
I
those
just think
seasons.
like through fresh eyes, I'd like to relive the disappointment. Through
We should just spend a weekend staring at Dave while he just marathons.
Just
David Attenborough, Dave.
Yes.
Here he's getting. Oh, he's going to the toilet. No, we'll
Game
stop
of Thrones,
following.
That's kind of like it's a bit of a tall order to marathon that. I feel.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much shit goes on in that.
Well, I
And it
think-
gets a bit depressing. It's
think
something
you should
like
counsel
Sons of
them or
Anarchy for me. Like,
Oh man, see, I was actually going to say I feel
Yeah.
like it'd be like Sons of Anarchy. I tried too hard to watch that too fast,
yeah,
and I got
that
so
made me so depressed.
burnt out. I think it's season 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I was just like, no, there's
Same-
no payoff to anything. Everything's
shit,
shit and
different
everything's
day.
fucked.
Yeah,
It's the same shit.
It's just a sad
yeah.
universe.
Like I'm just like, there's no point in watching it because when's the fucking payoff? It doesn't
Yeah,
exist. So
yeah,
I just
yeah.
stopped.
Kurt Sutter, the creator of that and The Shield. Well, he didn't create The Shield, but
he wrote
he
for The
wrote a
Shield,
lot of
didn't he?
it.
Yeah,
he's really good at what he does. Like,
Yeah.
that dark, gringy,
yeah.
kind of atmospheric, really good story kind of thing. But
Yeah.
man, that guy just perpetually depressed, I reckon.
I think it's got to do with the fact that it's like the network orders another season. And
Yeah.
they go, fuck, okay.
It's a big American problem. I don't think the UK do anywhere near as much
No way.
seasons. do
Most,
they?
most UK productions only do like 6 seasons.
Because they go,
Six
"Six
episodes,
Six
yeah.
episodes
It's
a
a good
season,
story
so-
we've got.
Yeah.
We're not going to pad it.
Yeah,
We're just going
yeah,
to get
we're
it
just
done.
gonna do
put
this.
it-
Although-
and there it is.
I really enjoy Luther. However, fucking hell, no one stays alive when they enter into Luther's area of influence.
Oh, it's like Jack Bauer.
He meets them and they're like, I am alive for 3 more days.
Yeah.
Great to meet you, Luther. They say, oh, we're best friends now. Too bad I'm dead.
yeah. Luther reminded me a lot of 24 in that regard.
yeah, yeah.
Like Jack Bauer, man, that guy's cursed.
They're going to do a movie of that, of Luther now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
they
it's
were
going to
do
be.
a 24 movie.
I think they're going to. I think that's the last thing that they're going to do for Luther.
yeah.
Maybe they should have them meet and go, which one's going to die? Because one of them has to, because they've met each other.
Oh, they
Did
both
you,
die.
have you seen? He did a Netflix show, Idris Elba.
Was that what it was called? Idris Elba's Idris Elba.
No, he was because he's a DJ in real life.
Yeah.
He went and he made a show about it. It's a comedy. It's
Okay.
pretty good. If you haven't seen it, check it
Yeah,
out.
no.
I think
What's it called?
Turn It Up Charlie. I think.
Okay.
It's only one season. I think it got cancelled, but it's not
Classic
like a
Netflix.
cliffhanger. Yeah, it's not a
Yeah,
cliffhanger
okay.
or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Worth checking out to see his comedic chops. Yeah, it was, and it's loosely based on his life as a
career
trying to
as a
make it as a
DJ.
DJ. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, that was pretty good. He's become like the new Samuel Jackson, I think.
Nah.
You don't reckon?
Samuel L. Jackson's still alive. And
I
don't-
know, but
and I don't think Samuel L.
Idris
Jackson's
Elba
ever
is
gonna give
making
up.
it into just so many things
Idris
now.
Elba, I think, is more a new Sean Connery.
I don't
me.
even. I feel that Idris Elba has become the next.
Well, he's the new Idris Elba.
Yeah,
But, like,
I think he has a strong enough stage presence that you just go like, that's fucking Idris Elba.
Well, yeah, you always
Well,
know
people
it's him.
wanted,
Doesn't matter
speaking
what
of
the
Sean
fuck it
Connery,
is.
they wanted him to be the next Bond.
yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon he would have done a good job.
Yes,
I don't even
thought
think
you were
they've
saying they
announced-
wanted Sean Connery to be the next Bond,
Oh.
and I was going to say I want to see his hip break.
That would be a pretty slow movie.
He already did that.
Yeah, that's why I was like
They want-
processing.
they're
like,
bringing him
what do you
back.
mean they want
Is he
him
dead?
back.
Yeah, he's very dead.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There'd be a lot more
that'd be
gadgets
some
involved.
animatronics and shit. Yeah,
Yeah. Puppeteers.
yeah.
They get a Jim Henson creature shop.
I don't know that
Idris
they-
Elba would be a good Bond though.
I don't think
he'd be
they've
great.
announced the next one, so I think it was like between him and the Loki guy,
No idea.
Loki.
Tom
Loki.
Hiddleston.
Sorry, not Loki.
Really?
Loki. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston.
I'd
is
take
the next
Elba
one.
over that.
Yeah, yeah, nah.
Yeah,
Unless
and
you
then,
wanted to have like a because like Bond has always been like a mix of kind of like brains and brawn.
Yeah,
I feel
but-
like Hiddleston would not pull off the brawn.
No.
aspect
you
not
of
at
say
all.
that, but you need to watch him
And
in
I
something
keep
called The
saying
Night
that.
Manager.
And I will keep saying
No,
that.
watch him in The Night
No.
Manager. Seriously, it's a one of those
Is that the
mini
Hugh
series.
Laurie?
Yes,
Hugh Laurie in it? Yeah.
yeah, Hugh Laurie.
Okay, it's
got house.
What if Hugh Laurie was the next Bond?
That I would. Yeah.
I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
Watch The Night Manager because Hugh Laurie is completely off his usual character.
What if?
He's the bad guy?
What if Stuart Little was the next Bond?
I'd watch the shit out of that.
I would too.
He just like it pans and he's like laying in the bed next to the new Bond girl, whoever the fuck
Yeah, and
she
he's
is.
like this tiny
and
little.
he's just
this,
she's just still a person.
This Tom Thumb motherfucker be like, was it good for you? And,
no
like,
one acknowledges
it's not
it
acknowledged
at all.
They play it completely straight.
Just do it straight.
It is just Stuart Little,
Yes.
voiced by Michael J. Fox, in the role of James Bond.
James Bond. I would eat
Well, for those
that
genuinely interested, I would watch The Night Manager. Just for Loki and Hugh Laurie
up.
in completely different roles. And if you don't think he has the brawn, The Night Manager will prove you wrong.
I don't think he could bulk up though. Like, I don't think he can contractually bulk up because he's doing his Loki shtick with Marvel at the moment.
Yeah, but that's finished now, though.
But
No,
Bond
they're
hasn't
doing
always
more
been
of that.
bold.
They're going to do
Never
more.
gonna
There's no
stop.
way it's just going to be one
They're never
season.
gonna
Pierce
stop.
Brosnan was never bulky.
Loki's
Yeah,
too
Pierce Brosnan was
popular.
Yeah, Loki.
Even
does
Craig
numbers.
David's not that
Sorry?
bulky.
Craig David.
Not Craig David.
Craig David.
I would watch him as the next one.
Oh, nah. He's a weird little do-rag and his 90s pop shit running off. Nah.
Daniel Craig.
That's
possibly?
the one.
No, I like Craig David.
Yeah.
Yeah, Craig David would be.
He's
Cranial
the one that got
David.
hit in the nuts on the chair in that
Yes.
Bond. But yeah.
Yes. Yes, he did.
It was all testicle torture.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all you remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is
It
genuinely.
was like a Tuesday night for
I
Nick.
think it's like he flipped his car and then he was getting hit in the balls. That's what I
can feel
remember.
And
him
I
contracting
hear-
as I speak.
I hear that was method acting too.
Just hit them, damn it!
You have to actually hit me in the balls, otherwise it's not
Otherwise
going to
I
act like
can't
it's
do
real.
Imagine not getting the Oscar for that.
I reckon if they leaked that it was method acting and he was actually getting like smashed in the
Yeah.
balls, that they would have been like, the Oscar for bravest woman goes to Krembo Dibble.
Criminal Dibble. Thank you for Criminal Dibble. I will never forget that name as long as I live.
This may
Criminal
be
Dibble.
an urban myth, but doesn't it take the same amount of force as breaking an egg to break
yeah.
a testicle?
No, it's a
Oh,
grape.
it's a grape, I think.
Same amount of force to rupture a grape to rupture a
Yeah.
testicle.
If you
They're
like
very
actually
similar,
grab
so
it,
fair.
you don't let the pressure go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very specific technique, I guess, you'd have to use.
That's why the testicles are surrounded by a lot of liquid and they're kind of dangly. So, like, if something gets them, they kind of go,
They got some movement.
they slip out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I guess don't let anyone crush your testicles.
I mean, I might get you to do it soon if they don't hurry up and do the surgery for me, but yeah.
Oh,
You want me to-
yes. Let's record that.
Wow.
All right, but I'm going to use like a hammer.
You're not just going to get there with your hand and go.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Dave grew up on a farm.
Like
what about that sheep method?
Oh, yeah.
we're
Yeah,
close,
yeah.
I've
but
seen
we're
the
not
shit
crushing
method.
testicles by my hand close.
I've seen a guy do it with his teeth. It's amazing.
Nice.
With his teeth.
Wait, what?
Yeah, well, you use the knife to cut off the top, then you you've got to push them up out of the sack, what's remaining of the sack. Then he gets in and just rips them out with his teeth.
Doesn't that hurt the sheep?
Probably.
I would
Oh,
assume so.
look, it's a bad day for the sheep.
Yeah.
Either way, the sheep's
regardless,
losing its
though.
blood.
They've had their
Yeah.
skin taken off their arse because it's mulesing day, so they don't get fly strike.
Yep.
They've had their tail cut off.
You just said a bunch of words.
So many of the words you just said are so wrong.
So you have to take the skin off around the arse so they don't get fly blown.
Yeah, no, I heard the words.
Fly strike is a nasty thing. You don't want to get
Fly stroke.
fly strike, where they basically all the shit. If they've got wool on their arse.
They get
Yep.
the dingleberries,
Yeah,
and then it kills
and
them.
the dags.
Well, I get that.
Yeah, because the flies get in there and like rotting skin and flesh.
Oh, I don't get that.
So,
Yes, you do.
so it's much better to see 10,000 little red asses blazing in the sun
Yeah, then
than getting fly strike.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and we dock their tails the same day.
And we rip their balls out with our teeth.
If they're a boy sheep, then they become a wether.
whether or not they're like committing.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Is that like a eunuch but for sheep?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
They're called
yeah.
wethers.
All right.
Yeah.
They sing
so
really
a ram is where you've left it all intact.
Yes.
Right.
And he'll
And they
ram it
can- you ram
anywhere.
it.
he
He
wants.
will,
why
he
it's
will
called
do
a ram.
multiple use a day.
Yeah, I
He'll
watched
do many
Clarkson's,
stra-
I
he'll
watched
do
Clarkson's
strafing runs.
farm. I watched Clarkson's farm, and he bought 2 rams and put them in the shield with like 70 sheep, and in a day,
Yeah.
they'd done what they needed to do.
Yeah. The word ram is apt.
Yeah.
Like, they just, yeah.
do you know ducks are terrifying?
Yeah.
Yes.
They have fucking
That
like,
was news
They
to
got
me.
spring-loaded corkscrew dicks that go into like gigantic
Yeah, because duck
labyrinth-like
rape was so
vaginas.
prevalent
Yeah.
that the chicks evolved mazes for
Yeah.
whatever. But then the males are like, haha, we can evolve too.
Yeah.
You need a canny dick to get this one pregnant.
See,
I watched a TikTok on it. I'm like, oh no.
See, I knew about the duck dick dichotomy, right?
Yeah,
I
me too.
knew
duck
about
dick. Is that like TikTok? But
it could be.
Yeah.
It's a lot longer than 10
A
seconds.
lot longer.
But, well, no, in saying that, the punchline to what I'm getting to is not probably longer than 10 seconds. But no, I was out like once upon a time on basically like a bit of a date meeting thing with a chick, and we're sitting, and there's a park, and there's water, and there's ducks everywhere, and then suddenly,
If this is duck rape, it's a horrible story.
and then suddenly you kind of look, and there's like this duck just like, no, get down.
Yo, ducks are
Pushing
violent.
the
And
other
they'll
duck
help.
down,
The other
like-
dudes will help hold the.
And like, well, this was only a one-on-one
dolphins.
scenario, and then like
Yeah,
there's
like
all the
quite rapey.
there's all the, like the back head neck pecking that
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
then
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was really weird, and I'm not gonna lie, it gave me a bit of an ego boost because you got to watch that duck.
I thought you were
All
going to say
I'm gonna-
boner.
Yeah, I was worried.
and I'm just like, oh, that's what he's doing, and like so, and he kind of went blah, and he kind of fell off, and I'm like, oh, that was it. You're a 3-pump guy, good
Yeah.
for you. But then this like dick just fell out, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I just saw that actually happen,
And then he got like
I was okay with knowing it,
But then the duck got like this winch and started like
just
retracting it back in.
reeling it back in. Well, that's the thing. It didn't like go back in straight away. He just wandered around with his fucking dick dragging around.
You know
for a
what they
while.
say though? What do 9 out of 10 ducks enjoy?
Sex.
Gang rape.
Okay.
All right, well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to the current episode of Neon City
and probably
Daily.
the last, but you know.
Thank you for having us.
Jeez.
Ducks.
What?
Until next time, I've been
Why
Jamie.
did you do this, Josh? I'm Nick.
They qualified it. Oh, sorry, I'm Josh.
I'm still Dave. Just.
And good night.
I'm glad I wasn't the one that said the horrible thing this podcast.
But it's true.